X is fun in the city, next city, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Next city, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting it right together. Working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together.
Sawubona we mama.
Kunjani, wentanga.
Come friends, come Chomi.
Come on, one and all, Wendanga. Come along, it's fun to be together in that city.
Oh, Auntie, I really want for us girls to go for a nice walk after work. Nothing hectic. Just to get some fresh air and to get the heart pumping a bit.
Oh, so that's what the triangle wheel is for.
Yeah. I wanted to see exactly how far it is to all the places from here so that we can decide how far we want to walk. See, Auntie, I made notes of how far it is to all the places here from the taxi rank.
You are certainly very thorough, Brenda.
Well, your health, Auntie, is all you really have. Your health.
You know, Brenda, I couldn't agree more. That is why I always try to walk whenever I go. Oh, just the other day, I bought myself this little pedometer. Look, because I was so curious to see how far I actually walk every day.
Wow! Look. Does this little thing actually measure every step you take?
Oh, yes. As long as you have it on you whenever you are walking.
That's exactly what I need. I can't walk up and down the salon with this trundle wheel. But I'd really like to know how far I walk every day. Talking of walking, I better get back to the salon. Toodles, Auntie.
Bye, Brenda. Bye. Oh, hello there. You know what? Brenda has a really good idea. It is nice to exercise, especially with friends. I love walking. How about some fresh air to get the old heart pumping? Oh, Brenda left all her stuff here. But I'm sure she's too busy to worry about it now. Maybe she'll pop in later this afternoon to look for it.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, hi, Lips.
Are you planning on joining the circus?
My goodness, no. Whatever makes you think that?
This thingy next to you looks like one of those one-wheel bicycles the clowns ride on. Except yours doesn't have a seat yet. Or pedals. I guess I was wrong.
Oh, you mean a unicycle? Well, it does have only one wheel, and if you put a seat and pedals on, I suppose it would make a good unicycle. But this, my girl, this is a triangle wheel.
What does it do, Auntie? What is it used for?
Well, we use triangle wheels to measure the lengths and widths that are too long or too curved to measure with a ruler, a meter stick, or tape measure. I'm sure you must have seen people pushing them along the street or at the building sites. Well, my girl, there are different kinds of triangle wheels. Some are fancier than others, but basically, they all work in the same way. You see, Michael, the distance around the curve of the wheel is exactly 1 meter. As you walk, the wheel turns around from its starting position here. When it comes around to this position again, it makes a clicking sound to tell you that you have walked a distance of exactly 1 meter. Some kinds of triangle wheels, you have to keep count of how many clicks you hear on each turn. And then keep a count of how many meters you have walked. This is a bit fancier. Look, there's a mechanical counter that records the number of meters at each click of the wheel.
Wow, that is so cool! Where did it come from?
It belongs to Brenda. She wants to start a working group with her friends at work. She was measuring the distance they could walk.
I wish I had one to take with me to see how far places are. But it's a bit big to carry around all the time, isn't it, Auntie?
Oh, yes, my girl. That is why they came up with this little gadget. It is called a pedometer. It is used by the runner to measure how far they have run when they are running or training in a race. I bought it to measure how far I walk every day. I guess I was just as curious as you.
Cool! So you can use one of these or one of these to measure how far it is from one place to another.
Oh, yes. In other words, the distance between 2 points. But there's one other way you're forgetting about.
What's that, Auntie?
The good old tape measure.
Oh, yeah! It's almost too easy if you have gadgets like these, Auntie.
I suppose so. But it still does the trick. Oh, would you like to try them out?
Yes, please, Auntie.
Okay. Now, you take the pedometer. I'll take the triangle wheel. Let's walk from the one side of the taxi stop to the other side and see what our readings are. Let's go.
Okay. My reading comes to 7,5 meters.
Mine is exactly the same, 7,5 meters.
What does 5 mean again?
Well, remember what 0,5 means.
It's a half, right?
You're right, my girl. The first number after the comma is tenths. This is 5 tenths. And 5 tenths is the same as 1/2. So 7,5 meter is
7.5 meters. Oh, yes. It's like my 1,5 liter water bottle. It's halfway between a 1 liter bottle and a 2 liter bottle. It's actually got 1.5 liters of water in it. Here, Auntie, have some.
Oh, thank you, my girl. Here, I've got a cup in my bag we can share. These are clever little machines, aren't they?
But I don't keep walking all day. Sometimes I sit down and stuff.
Well then, you have to write down the distances you have walked from one place to another and add them all up at the end of the day. You can also do this when you just want to know the distance between specific points.
I get adding it all up at the end of the day. But why would you want to know how far it is from one place to another while you're walking?
Well, take Brenda and her group as an example. They want to walk a very specific distance, so she measured exactly how far it would be if they walk from here to the corner, or from here to the stop street on the other side, or even from here to your school. That way, they keep a track of how far they are walking every day and make it more as they get fitter.
So that's why athletes use a pedometer to see how much exercise they're getting.
Yes, look. Here are all the distances Brenda measured in a notebook. Oh, poor Brenda. She's keeping a record of all the landmarks she passed on her route and each one's distance from the taxi stop.
Sure.
You see?
Seems like they're planning on walking far.
Well, let's see how far they are planning on walking and how far it is between the different points. It is always easier to work on a number line. I'll show you. I'll draw one here on the pavement. Come.
A number line is very fine. 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 It helps you out a lot. Very fine. You write down all the distances. It shows you what you've got. Very fine. The answers are within your reach. So come, let's give it a shot.
I see today you need to work out distances. What a snap! You'll see it's as easy as falling out a tree. Just let go. Well, let's get cracking. This line is divided into 100-meter segments, and there are 10 small lines between each number that each represent 10 meters. Now, let's add in the distances you have there. So the school is a full 800 meters from the taxi stop. Just far enough to get the old hearts pumping. But now, let's see if you can work out how far these places are from each other. Over to you, Lebo. Say hi, Lebo.
Hi, Level.
Very funny. Everyone is a comedian.
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, Lebo, loud and clear. Now go on. Tell us the distances between the landmarks.
Okay, well, between the taxi stop and the stop sign, it's obviously 100 meters. And then, between the stop sign and the bakery, it's another 250 meters. And then, from the bakery to the church, it's another 250 meters.
Good, Lebo.
Well then, it's just another 200 meters more, and then it's the school.
That was fantastic, Lebo. Now shall we make it a little more interesting?
I guess.
All righty then. How far would Brenda and her girls have walked if they walked from the taxi stop to the church and back?
Well, it's 600 meters to the church, and again 600 meters to return to the taxi stop. So that's 600 meters plus 600 meters is 1,200 meters.
Right you are. But can you convert it into another measurement unit?
1,200 meters would be 1 kilometer and 200 meters.
Well done. Let's try one more. How far in kilometer would Brenda and her friends have walked if they walked all the way to the school and back to the bakery?
Well, the school is 800 meters away from the taxi stop. So they walk and they turn around and come back. 200 meters plus 250 meters is 450 meters. So it's 800 meters plus 450 meters is 1,250 meters. And that is 1 kilometer and 250 meters.
You are our winner for today. You have gone the distance.
Well done, David. You are really very good at doing the conversions from meter to kilometer.
Thanks, Auntie. It's really easy, and it's almost the same as the conversions we did from millimeters to centimeters to meters. You see, 1,000 millimeters is a meter, and 1,000 meters is a kilometer. So it wasn't really that hard.
But I still think you did a very good job. You are a champion, my girl.
Thank you, Auntie.
Oh, it sounds like Tommy and Tang are breaking the place down. We better go take a look before they do too much damage. Let's go.
Okay, Joma. The boss said he'll give us one more chance after the mess we did with that wet cement and that garden hose.
But I told you not to leave the garden hose there. But what do I know? I'm a dumb cop.
Okay, Choma. Let's not focus on the past. Let's look in the future.
So what does the boss want us to do?
He said he'll give us a job that not even a 3-year-old can get wrong.
But we're no 3-year-olds. How can he expect us to get it right?
Ash, Choma, he gave us the job because it is that easy, okay? That's all you have to know. Now, here's what we have to do. All we have to do is to measure the distance from that side of the property all the way to that side of the house for him to put up the front wall. Now, all we have to do is measure a straight line.
So, are we going to use a tape measure like the way we did the other day?
No, man, you dumb cop. It will take us forever to do that. We use these.
What is that?
This is a trundle wheel. It is used to measure longer distances than you would with a tape measure.
I don't get it.
Now, there's a surprise. It's easy. Look, all you have to do is push the wheel in front of you and it will show you how many meters you have walked.
But the boss said a 3-year-old can do this. A 3-year-old can't count.
Oh, just forget about the 3-year-olds. We can do this because we can count.
Okay.
Now, remember, Chomi, never to lift it off the ground. Okay?
Okay.
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 Now, to make double sure that we get it right, I will start counting from that end of the property, and you can start counting from that end, and we can compare the notes after we finish counting. Okay?
Okay.
Ready, steady, go! Hey! Ah. Hey! Yeah, ne? Yeah. So I got 20 meters. How much did you get?
I got 197 meters.
What? How could you possibly get that much?
I did what you said. I never lifted the wheel off the ground, never stopped counting no matter what.
Now, Choma, just explain to me what exactly did you do from the moment you started counting till the moment you stopped?
I got to the other side like the way you said I should. So when I got here, I wanted to go and get a salmi. So I walked over to my lunchbox and I got one. It had some nice lekker cheese on it. But the dog from next door must have actually picked up the scent of the salmi. Then it jumped over the fence and I ran over to the tree. But I couldn't climb it because this wheel would not touch the ground anymore. So I threw the salmi over and the dog ran over the salmi to get it. And then I came back here and I found that I could get my orange. So I took my orange because I was very thirsty. And then I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran and I'm now back here. And I never stopped counting.
Chomi, what am I gonna do with you?
Don't look at me like that. I told you we couldn't get it right. We are not 3-year-old. Never send a man to go and do a 3-year-old's job.
Where do you think you're going? Hey, come back here. We're gonna have to do it all over again. Hey, Choma, I'm warning you. Get here.
Poor Chommy, he's just always getting it wrong.
And he tries real hard.
But he isn't always wrong.
Oh, you're right. He's had some clever ideas and plans.
I'm glad I'm not the one chased by a big dog. I'm very scared of big dogs, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? It is time for you to go already.
My dad says time flies when you're having fun.
And that is true. I had a lot of fun today.
I always have fun at the taxi stop.
I'm glad to hear that, my girl.
Dumela, Sissy. Hello, my little princess.
Hello, Price Taxi.
Hello, Uncle Stax.
And what have you been doing today?
We measured how far it is from my school to the taxi stop and all the places in between. And I also learned how to convert meters into kilometers, and now I'm a match champion. And Chomi and Danga had to measure property because they had to pull up a wall. And Chomi got chased by a huge dog. And
Breathe, my little princess. Breathe, my little princess.
Yes, Uncle Stax.
Get her back. We need to go.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye, my girl.
Thanks for a lovely afternoon.
I'm so glad you had a good time, my girl.
Thank you. Bye, Auntie.
Bye, my girl.
Bye, Sissy. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Bye, Plastex. Bye.
How do you know how far you've traveled in your taxi, Uncle Stax?
Oh, that's very easy, my little princess. You see here, this is called an odometer. Here it measures the total amount the taxi has ever traveled, and you can never change this one. But there we can reset and see how far it is from one place to another. You can see here it measures the kilometers.
Oh, so you just have to push the little button to make it 0, and then you can measure how far it is from the taxi stop to my house.
Yes. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please, Uncle Stax. It would be very cool to know how far away my house is.
Well, we are not at the taxi stop anymore. So let's just say it is from the supermarket there on the corner to your house, okay?
Sure. We'll just ask Brenda if I can use her trundle wheel to measure how far it is from the taxi stop to the supermarket, and then add it to the measurement of the odometer in your taxi.
That is a very good idea. I can see why you're a maths champion. We can also use the odometer to help us find a place we are looking for, or how far it is before we get to our destination.
How can the taxi know how far it is to a place?
The taxi doesn't know, but it can help. I think the best way to explain this is to just show you. So let's take the highway today. There, you can see the sign says the next off-ramp is 10 kilometers away. The next one is 20 kilometers, and the next one is 30 kilometers away. Now, we just keep our eye on the odometer and see when the 10 kilometers are up. And there you have the off-ramp right on time. Let's see if the next one is also right. That is where we need to get off anyhow to get to your house.
Yes, it's exactly 10 kilometers. This is really cool. So if you want to know how far we have to travel, we can just read the signboard on the side of the highway.
Exactly. That helps a lot. Especially if you have to travel far on an out-of-town trip.
Like when you go visit my gogo.
Yeah, Bo. The signboard will show you that the next town is 35 kilometers away. Then 30 kilometers. Then 25 kilometers, and so on until you get there.
Cool! I'm sure that makes it much easier to plan a far trip. Sitting in a car for so long is boring.
Well, your trip for today is over, my little princess. And we've traveled 25 kilometers today.
Thanks for the ride, Uncle Stax.
No problem, my little princess. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Oh, hello there. I'll tell you what. Everyone else is packing up and going home. I think it's time for us to go too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Nexus Vanilla City, Next City, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Next City, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting it right together, working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together.
Sawubona we mama.
Kunjani, wendanga.
Come friends, come join me.